they love their crab cakes, and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A collegiate star in nearby Maryland. This is Anthony McFarland. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Tackle made at the 20.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Man, I got you.
Now Jackson on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Jackson.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They run the option on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up third and manageable.
And every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a third and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wilson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away, and the Ravens have taken the early lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Wilson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
McFarland running out of the gun, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
At the line of scrimmage.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside.
Wilson.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Wilson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. Rumbling past the 30. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Brown has the first down and much more. Man open left side is Brown. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's brought down after a very nice nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Steelers.
On first down, McFarland. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, this will be McFarland. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Number 83.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Running with McFarland. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 28.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first, this from 41. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Saquon Barkley, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And some room to roam now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. No. Check, check. Knock you.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They begin the drive with McFarland. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown. I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go. Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
3-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On first down, they'll start with McFarland. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The ball carrier.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now he'll let it go deep right. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And he knocks it through.
makes the score Ravens 27, Steelers 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough pack.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. This time Jackson will throw it. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from...
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. An injured player on the field. Oh, boy, is that who I think it is? Yeah, that's Lamar Jackson. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
To number 80.
And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Check 55 to right. Check 55 to right. Hey, tight.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up third and
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
50. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Rush in. Delta. Mike 50. Watch the pass.
Here's Bridgewater. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And the Steelers.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
At the 24-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Final score.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps.